Hey, my lovelies, Serene Dream here with another pick a card reading. And today's requested topic is a little spicy. It's going to be what will our makeup sex be like? And of course, this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everyone. So only take what resonates, leave what does not. Before I get into that, if you haven't checked out your monthly zodiac readings or your general forecast for the rest of the year, your love forecast for the rest of the year, you can click on the Vimeo links in the description box to view those. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, the link to that information can be found below as well. Follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for daily guidance. And make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. I have a lot more videos coming your way. On the screen are 3 makeup options: the concealer, mascara, and a lipstick. I'm going to give you a moment to make your selection, then we'll go ahead and get started with the reading. Okay, so for those who chose option number 1, the concealer, what will your makeup sex be like with your person? I get in this group that you and your person might have very vicious fights. Like, you hit below the belt with the words. It's like you don't have boundaries. You know how some people, they decide that, no matter how mad I get, I'm never going to say that. I feel that for this group, the gloves are off and they don't have those kind of limits. So whatever they're going to say, like whatever they can say to make the other person hurt and them for them to be declared the winner, that's what they're going to say. Now, for this reason, I feel like this group is a little toxic. I'm going to be honest. Because I feel like just as hard and cutthroat and brutal as your fights are, I feel that it's sort of something like it's sort of like your kink. I feel that you all purposely, like you're purposely gonna fight with your person like that because you know the type of sex that's coming. You know the kind of sex is gonna follow an argument like that. And the more brutal and cutthroat the argument is, the more intense the passionate lovemaking is. And this is, I get like, especially, no, I was about to say the feminine energy, but I feel that both energies, the feminine and the masculine energy in this dynamic, they both are going to be willing participants in these very nasty arguments. Sometimes I feel like it could even be that you're not even really mad, but you just kind of like say some really messed up stuff because you know it's going to anger your person and vice versa. And it's like you sit there, it's like one of you, and I feel like it works both ways. I feel like both people are going to do this equally. But whoever turn it is to do this, like whenever someone wants like really amazing, I'm here like really amazing, nasty sex, because I feel like the makeup sex between you, it's going to be really disgusting, really nasty. And I feel like whenever one of you wants that type of sex, you start an argument. And it's like you get the person so riled up, you get them so angry, and you just kind of sit back and you watch them blow up because you know that all that rage is going to be taken out on you in the bedroom and vice versa. I feel that the makeup sex between this group is going to be very rough. A lot of spanking, a lot of grabbing, a lot of shit talking. And I feel like it's a lot of rounds. I feel like the more intense the fight, the more intense the sex, and the more intense the sex, the more rounds you need to get all the rage out. I'm getting like there's a lot of gripping and slapping. I get that there is a really, like this group, you all could be really fond of doggy style. I'm getting like the masculine has like a full grip of the feminine's hair and like a full grip of the feminine's ass cheek as they're hitting it from the back and they're talking shit. Like, and I feel like they're arguing through the sex. Like the argument continues through the sex. Like, you say out talk all that shit, you said all that, you really mean that? And I feel like the feminine, for instance, if it's she's the one who started the argument that time, she's like, yes, you piece of shit, fuck you. And like the masculine, like it makes him go harder, and he's like, no, fuck you. Just like really, it's really this is a really toxic group. And he's like, he'll slap her ass real hard, he'll pull her hair even harder. I feel like in this group that during sex your person might call you a bitch. I say, bitch, whose pussy is this? I feel like it could even be arguments over because someone made someone jealous on purpose. Like it could be like someone flirted with someone in their partner's face. And it's not that they wanted the person, it's just to start the fight. And because they know the person is jealous, they're like, yeah, I'm going to flirt with this person in their face because I know they're going to get mad and then they're going to fuck me the way I like to be fucked when they do. So, yeah, I get that this is a very, very toxic group when it comes to the makeup, sex, and the fights because it's being done on purpose. And then I feel like after the sex is done, you're very calm because you accomplished, like you both got what you wanted. And I feel like you all know each other so well. Like when you're in the moment, you're so heated and the other person doesn't even realize they're being provoked. But once the sex is over, I feel like you all are all in love again. You're just like, come here, you talked all that shit. You argue with me just to get me to fuck you like that. And you're just like, I did. And it's just like a cycle. And the next time it might be that they're the ones starting the argument because they know you're going to get on top of them and fuck the shit out of them. So, yeah, this is an ongoing thing. I don't get like any sensuality. I feel like you all like it very rough. Very rough. Okay, this reading is taking a bit of a turn. I feel like as rough and intense as your love making is when you have these fights and the makeup sex, I feel that someone in particular, maybe the feminine, might feel that there might be moments where she starts to question whether or not she wants to continue in this toxic cycle. Maybe she doesn't want to go about things in that way. She might start to say to herself, like, maybe I shouldn't talk like that. Maybe I shouldn't handle my partner like that. Or maybe, like, what is wrong with me? I feel like someone is going to they have some kind of question in their mind on, like, the way. Maybe they're hearing, like, their friends' stories and stuff about the way they make love to their partner and the way they argue in a constructive way. And it makes them take a long, hard look at themselves and say, like, am I toxic? Is there something I need to work on? Like, why do I like this stuff? I don't think I'm supposed to like it. It's like someone is having like a, a somewhat of a mental crisis about like the way they operate, the way they think, what they desire, and say like maybe this isn't so healthy. They might even try to implement like a softer dynamic between them and their partner. I'm hearing tantric sex. So I feel like this is the result. Like this might be introduced thanks to maybe a friend mentioning it. Because I guess what I'm getting like this group, what you really long for is like a really intense, passionate, sexual, deep soul connection. But you feel that the only way you can feel that intensity is through this rage, through this toxicity. But I feel that there's going to be a conversation you have with someone one day where they start to mention things like tantric sex and really connecting to your partner on a soul level and having like astral sex and stuff like that. And I feel like it's gonna pique your interest, and you're gonna say, you know what, that's what I really want. Like, maybe I should give that a try. Like, maybe that'll be just as satisfying as this rough shit I love so much. So I feel like you're gonna go back to your partner and talk to them about these other sexual practices, like soul satisfying sexual practices. And I feel like your partner is going to be down and open to trying it out. And before you know it, I feel like you're both going to be surprised by how much you enjoy it and how successful you are at these other sexual practices, that you're going to tone down your arguments. You're going to realize that you don't have to argue like that to have great sex. You're going to start to connect in a healthier way. So what I'm getting here is that this relationship starts off toxic, and then at some point you grow together, you evolve together, and you stop being, it may even be like, maybe for this group I'm picking up that maybe you're very young, like maybe you're in your late teens, early 20s when you start off dating this person. And then, like, as you grow and you're still together, it's like you grow up together, like you start to mature. So you move away from like that childish way of connecting and childish way of having sex with each other or enjoying sex with each other. And it's like, as you get older, you're like, I don't want to fight like that anymore. I don't want to operate like that. And then you move away from that toxic way of being, and you start to experience more spiritual sexual practices that are healthier and that allow you all to bond. And you realize you don't have to communicate with each other in a harsh way. You don't have to curse each other out and have these knockdown, drag out fights. Yeah, it's, I just get that in this group somehow you're growing, like you're gonna grow together. Like, you start out very immature and a toxic energy, and then as the relationship evolves, like as you continue to stay together, you become more mature, and then you no longer want that toxic shit. So the makeup sex is going to be more soul satisfying than it was before when you were being toxic. So as you mature, the sex is going to be more about connecting on a soul level and truly feeling each other's like inner core being throughout the experience. Okay, so that's what I have for you, group one. We're gonna move on to group two. Okay, what will your makeup sex be like with your person, group two? I feel that in this group, what I'm picking up very strongly is that the makeup sex starts off by sucking dick. Like I feel that for majority, I won't even say it's because like maybe the feminine starts the fights. I feel like even when she doesn't start it, like the sex starts off where she sucks his dick. Like, I'm picking that up very strongly. I'm hearing that you have amazing dick sucking skills, and you're aware of that, and you know that it drives your partner crazy. So whenever you want to like stop fighting, you start off with that because you know that it's going to put your partner at ease, and it's going to open them up, and it's going to take the anger away before you even put the pussy on them, like, basically. So yeah, it's like you slob them down, you know, you slob their knob, get them all open. I feel that you also have a way of talking to them while you're doing it. Like, you're sucking and you're slurping and you're saying all this sexy shit and getting them open. And then before they know it, like, they don't even remember what they were mad for. They don't even remember what the argument was about. Because all they could think about is, like, I'm hearing busting in your mouth. I feel like you're gonna, like, you suck them until they come and you let them come in your mouth. And I'm also getting that you have a practice of when they come in your mouth, they like to see it. So you let them, like, they bust in your mouth, and then you open it to show that the cum is on your tongue, like it's in your mouth, and then they want to see you swallow it. You're really nasty for your partner. And yeah, so it's like they bust in your mouth and then they get it up again because it's like it's I'm hearing like it's your turn. This person feels like okay, now they need to satisfy you because you just made them come so hard. And I feel that they in turn go down, like they give you oral sex, they go down on you. And I feel like as they're eating you out, that they get hard. I feel like they get hard from eating your pussy. So they get hard again. Cause like the wetter your pussy gets, like the wetter, like the more juices get on their tongue, like their dick just gets so rock hard. Like they just busted the hardest nut, and then just feeling those juices on your tongue where they're going down on you, and like I'm getting like juices spread like it's dripping down their chin. Like you get so wet when they eat you out, and yeah, and then it gets them really hard. I feel like you I don't feel like you're shouting, but I do feel like you're using obscenities when they go down on you because it feels so. I keep hearing heavenly. It feels so heavenly when I feel like you're both very good at oral sex because you have them, you know, orgasm like busting the biggest nut from your head, and then they going down on you and your uh moaning obscenities, because you just can't take it. Like your thighs are like squeezing around their like squeezing their ears. And I feel like they force your legs back open because I feel like this person likes your legs to be wide open when they're eating you out. They like it to be spread eagle. But I feel like because it feels so good, it's like your legs start to close, they start to shake, and you start to like restrict your legs, and they're just forcing them back open. And then it's time for the dick. And I feel that you get, like, when they come up, I do feel like you kiss them with your juices all over their mouth and all in their mouth. You like to taste yourself, and they like to know that you're tasting yourself. And then they take out the dick, and then it's on. I feel like this person has a very nice sized dick, and I feel like it fits like a glove inside of you. Like it leaves no space in your pussy. I feel like this person stretched you, honestly. I feel like the first time you were with them, they stretched you, and like your pussy opens up perfectly for their dick because it's like the perfect fit for their dick from all the time, like from the time they've been fucking you. I feel like you all have a relationship where there's no need to cheat because you all sexually satisfy each other so much. Not saying sex is everything, but I feel like for the two of you, sex is very important. Yeah, so this person takes it out. They're nice. And I feel like it's beautiful too. They have a beautiful, thick, long, not too thick. I feel like they have just a very beautiful dick. I do feel like it's long. I do feel like it has some width. It's bigger than the average dick, I would say that. And it's just very beautiful. I'm getting like the skin of the dick is like it's not like not discolored, it's not ashy, it's just very veiny and smooth. And like the complexion is just so even. This person takes very, very good care of themselves. I feel like you do as well. I feel like this person, once they finish going down on you and they take their dick out, they like to like hold their dick and have you like beg them to put it inside of you. They don't just take it out and try to put it inside of you. They want you to beg for it. And so I feel like they take it out and they're kind of jacking their dick a little bit. And they're like, how bad do you want it? And you're like, so much. I want you so bad. I want it inside of me so bad. And this person is like, is that it? Is that all? Just so bad? You're like, no, I need it. I need it. And like when you get to that point where you're saying you need it, it's like they just like, that's when they slip it inside of you. And I feel like they go crazy in it. This person, okay, like with this person, they have to fight very hard not to come so fast being inside of you. Because every time they're inside of you, it feels like magic. You have like a magic pussy. I feel like they also have a magic dick as well, but like the way they feel inside of you, it just feels like this is not even real. And you could, I'm hearing two, so you could be with this person, like you could have been with this person for like 2 years and they still feel the same way. Like they just can't figure out like what it is about being inside of you that just makes them want to bust so fast. And they have to fight, they have to like think other thoughts to get their mind focused on not coming so fast. I feel like every time they're inside of you, their makeup sex consists of all of what I mentioned. And I feel like when they're inside of you, they're not only struggling to come, but I feel like there's always talk of like getting you pregnant. I feel like you're always, and I feel like this is mainly during the time that you're having makeup sex that the person is like, I want to come in you. I want to give you I want to give you a baby. I want to put a baby in you, things like that. And I feel like in the moment you're like, yes, yes, daddy, put a baby in me. Come in me, come in me. I want to have your babies. And yeah, I feel like it might, like, every single time you have makeup sex, I feel like this person comes in you because you're having a conversation about having babies and agreeing to it. And then I feel like after the nut is, after you bust all the nuts and you're out of that moment, you're like, let's go get a Plan B pill. We around here playing like we can't be having no babies right now. We can't be having no more babies right now. But it's part of the makeup sex is you all talking about uh procreating together. It makes it like heightens the experience whenever you talk like that. When you're having normal sex and there's no fights, I don't feel like you all uh do too much of the let's have a baby talk. It's just a part of the whole makeup sex kink is like let's talk about me coming to you and you having my baby and you're down for it in the moment only, but then you snap out of it, both of you, and you're saying, okay, we can't do this, let's go get this morning after pill and get this squared away. Okay, so yeah, let's move on to group three. Hold on a second. Okay, so for those who chose group number three, what is your makeup sex going to be like with your person? I feel like with this group, I feel like this group is the complete opposite of group one. Group one, I picked up, they were very toxic. They were a very toxic couple. I feel like this is a very healthy couple. So it's not, I don't want to say that you're not going to argue, but I feel like you have such a healthy relationship that arguments don't even feel like arguments. You're able to talk through things like two mature adults. And so anything that you disagree on, I feel like you reach a solution either either quickly or you reach a solution like easily. Even if it may take a little time, because different disagreement, no disagreement is the same. So it might be some disagreements where you just kind of get over it, like you're able to resolve the issue instantly, and then other times it may take a little while. But I feel like even those that take a little while, you're still, the way you're resolving it and working through it is just so healthy, like a really healthy conversation, that I don't really feel that there is going to be much of a difference between the sex you normally have and the sex you have after these disagreements. I can't even say make up sex with this group because I don't get that they're truly arguments, only disagreements. I feel like sex between you all is just fire. Like it's fire already. Like you don't need anything to put the spark back in your relationship. You don't need something like an argument to get you going. You don't need any of that. I feel like you all just have this fire, this passion between you, whether you're good, whether you're bad, whether you're on the same page or not. The sex never changes. The sex is always fire. And I feel like you both enjoy this because I feel like in the past you were like group one with other people, where you had to fight and you kind of probably got off on fighting and having these intense arguments with your lovers, with your partners. And I feel like this is the first relationship you all have where you don't have to do that to get turned on. You don't have to do that to bring the freak out of each other. You have a very healthy balance in your relationship and you realize that being freaky and sexually satisfying each other is not based on negativity. It's not based on arguments. It's not based on rage. It's just you all having a real connection and understanding, like understanding that that negative energy doesn't necessarily, it shouldn't have to be negative energy to bring out great sex. You're like, you all have like a life hack where you discovered how to have great sex all the time, no matter what the mood is, no matter what is going on. You could always take each other there. And matter of fact, I feel like when you're the sex might be even better. Like it might be it's great all the time, but I'm picking up that it's a possibility like when you all are in a really, really great place with no disagreements, that could be when the sex is like even more fire than usual. So unlike the other groups where like arguments would bring out the passion, it's like your passion comes from you all getting along and things like you all working together and being in harmony and being happy together. Okay, just give me a moment, guys. Let me tune in a bit more here. I'm hearing the guy song Let's Chill. I'm hearing from the first time I saw your face, girl, I knew I had to have you. I wanted to wrap you in my warm embrace, visions of your lovely face. I'm getting that for this group, it took some time for you all to come together. That's why you have like a deep appreciation for each other and you don't take each other for granted. You don't need arguments, you don't need all of that other stuff to get you all going because the time that it took you all to come together is enough to make you cherish each other always. And I feel that for many of you who chose this group, your person knew you were their person from the very first time they laid eyes on you. The minute they saw you, it was just something very special about you and they just needed to make you theirs. Or reverse it if that's how it fits your situation. But yeah, I feel like the time that it took for this relationship to come together is why you all don't take anything for granted. You don't like to argue because you just feel like you don't know, you know, how long you have. It's not that you're constantly like, is it going to end? Or you have that fear that the relationship is going to fall apart. It's just you have a deeper appreciation of life in each other, in the sense of saying, like, we don't know how much time we have left here on earth. We don't know if we're going to wake up tomorrow, so let's cherish each other today. Like, I feel like that's your mentality. That could even be a motto for some of you. So, yeah, you don't want to have arguments, and you like to work through your disagreements very quickly and easily, because you're like, why, like, you always think about, like, what if something happens and we're arguing, the next day one of us are gone. You're like, I don't want to think about that. I want to know that the last day we spent here, like, we were good, that we didn't have problems. I feel like you're gonna implement a rule in this relationship where you don't go to bed mad ever. So if you are having a disagreement that's taking a little longer to get through, you all will be up all night, and you will not go to sleep until it's resolved, because you need to go to bed together in peace. You all have a very deep understanding of each other, and I'm also getting like a very deep understanding of each other's bodies. You all don't have to, you never really had to learn how to please each other, because I feel like it came natural to the both of you. I'm hearing sensories. You all knew like each other's sensories, like each other's spots, the things that get you going. It's like you had an intuitive connection from the very first time you slept together. So every time you're together, it feels amazing. Like I said, it's fire. Sex between the two of you, fire all the time. And you might have the greatest sex when you're at your happiest place with each other. I don't even feel like you all need to do all that freaky stuff either, because I just feel like the feeling within itself, like the love you two share, the connection that you have is intense. Like, it brings all the intensity that maybe all the other freaky stuff would other couples would require in order to feel like they're satisfying each other. Like, just being in the moment, making love, the energy you all create together is unreal. It is unmatched. I feel that if you all have the kind of sex that if people saw you two making love, that you could be doing it in missionary, like not even nothing, spectacular, no, aerobatic movements or nothing. And just doing it in missionary, like the energy you all create in that moment, it fascinates people and it turns them on, and it makes them, it's the most that's it, it's the most erotic experience when you're together. And I don't feel like you've ever had that with anyone before. Neither has your person. And this is something that you never want to lose, neither of you. I feel like both of you, like, often sit back and think, like, how you've never experienced love like this before, how you've never had sex like this before. And I feel also that sex with each other has been life altering. Like, once you all became intimate, like once you got together and you became intimate, I feel like it changed both your lives. Like, you became brand new people. It could have even changed your energy, like changed your vibration to go higher. This is something that you both recognize, is that you're not the same person that you were before this relationship started, but not in a bad way, in all the good ways. Like, you became a more high vibration, like a higher vibrational being, not only through the relationship, but more so through the intimate connection that you share. So the sex is not only gratifying, but it's life changing. It feels like sex with each other feels like a gift from God. That's how this feels. When you have sex with each other, I feel that you feel that even if you aren't married, it feels like a marriage. It feels like a spiritual marriage whenever you merge sexually. It feels like it's a husband and wife making love. It feels like your souls, and I don't say like, okay, like just a vain, like a very superficial way, like, oh, that's my wife, that's hubby, that's wifey. Not that. I'm getting like it literally feels that when you merge in that way sexually, that you can feel the energy of your two souls merging in a marriage. And you start to feel that your souls are married. That's how this experience feels. And I don't feel that either of you have any interest in going to have regular sex again with anybody else after experiencing this with each other. It's like you only want to experience this. And you don't want to experience any other kind of sex again because you don't feel that anybody could ever match or measure up to what you experience with each other. So I'm hearing you are forever. If you aren't married to this person, I feel like you're going to get married to this person. And you're going to make vows to be together forever and literally honor them and be together forever. Ooh, okay. So, yeah, I expected this reading to be a lot more freaky. I feel like, but hey, I just had to go with the messages and how they come out. I hope that reading, I hope you all enjoyed it. Again, if you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you go ahead and do that so you don't miss any updates. I have a lot more videos coming. If you like to check out your monthly Zodiac readings or your general forecast for the rest of the year, or your love forecast for the rest of the year, you can check out the Vimeo links in the description box below to view those. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, link to that information can be found below as well. And follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for daily guidance. And I will be back for my readings, lovelies. Bye.